Hello, this is Stephen Brownlow with Adept Psychology, and I'd like to welcome you to my series on practical emotional tips. Today, we're going to talk about trust. There's really three kinds of problems that people have with trust. The first is that they just don't trust anybody. Ever. The world is just an untrustworthy place as far as they're concerned. The second is that they trust the wrong people at the wrong time and they keep getting hurt. The third is really kind of an inertia problem. They know what they want. They even may know how they want to get it or who they want to get it from, but they just can't quite pull the trigger and convince themselves to do it because some piece of them keeps saying, well, what happens if it doesn't work out? What happens if you get hurt? And it's just easier not to do anything. Point one is figure out which one of those you fall into. Now, if you fall into the first category where you just don't trust anybody, I'm just going to say I'm really surprised you're watching this video, but hopefully you'll get something out of it. If you fall into either of the other two categories, then I really think that what I'm saying will be helpful to you here. My second point is to really remember that trust isn't all or nothing. We don't hear people say things like, well, this person can cut my hair and do a pretty good job, so therefore I'm going to trust them to fix my car. I've never heard anybody say that, but I've heard people say many times, this person takes care of my sexual needs with great care and sensitivity, so therefore I expect them to take care of my deepest, darkest emotional issues with equally great sensitivity. And then they're mad when the person doesn't, and they think, well, I should never have trusted that person. And I want to point out again that this is not all or nothing. Somebody may be very good at one thing. They may be good at fixing cars or having sex or taking care of emotional issues or fixing taxes or fixing plumbing, anything that you need, but they may not be good at something else. And there really isn't a hierarchy like, well, if they're good at fixing taxes, that we ought to depend on them to fix the plumbing. It doesn't work that way. Someone who you trust with your kids, you may not trust with your finances. Somebody that you trust with your finances, you may not trust with your wallet. Somebody who you trust with your wallet, you may not trust with your kids. It really all depends. Everybody has a spot in your life where you can trust them, but maybe not outside that spot. And so then the third question and the third point here is, how do you know when you can trust somebody? And I'm going to say that if you go into a situation, whether it's having your taxes done or having your kids watched or having your car fixed or having your heart cared for, and you go into it with the question on your mind, can't I trust this person? You're asking the wrong question. The question's too big and it's going to drive you toward inertia. The question shouldn't be, can I trust this person? The question should be, how far am I going to risk it with this person? So if you have a car, are you going to take your car the first time to somebody to get the engine replaced? Probably not. Probably not if you haven't already taken it to them to get the oil changed and get the filters changed and maybe get the hoses changed. Get some simple stuff done and find out, are they trustworthy? Do they do what they say they're going to do? Do they refer you out when the issue is something that they can't handle? We understand that with cars, but in our personal lives, we take stabs in the dark. And then we get mad because we trusted someone and they betrayed our confidence. Next time, when you try with someone else, try them with something that's in the same realm, but not as consequential if they let you down. Maybe you give them some private information, but not something that's really going to hurt you if they mishandle it. That's how you learn who you can trust and who you can't trust. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd really like to know. My email is sgbrownlow@adeptpsychology.com. If you have other topics you'd like to see me cover in future videos, email me at the same place. While you're at it, you might want to visit adeptpsychology.com. I have a lot of information there. Some of it might be very helpful for you. Until next time, this is Stephen Brownlow. Thanks for watching.